Cuts Discord because of my... Everybody's going crazy in there. Studio Zero's going crazy. He basically doxed me. Not really. What up, Garklingen? Studio Zero was able to find a photo. It's like literally the most horrifying thing that anyone can experience is when somebody finds a photo of you online that's like you in 8th grade, and he sent that picture, and I was like, fuck! Where did this photo come from, dog? Oh, Scamble! Thank you for the subscription. Can you guys hear the music also? Sorry, I wonder if there's some people that jumped in here and there. It is still fucking up slightly, just ever so slightly. Doesn't that just grind your freaking gears? Okay, now I think we're good. Now I think we're good. Oh, my thing still says Lethal Company. Whoops. Let me change that. Where is that? Here we go. That just happened. Sorry, this is what happens when I skip the the starting soon screen and I just jump right in. Art class and category art. Excellent. There we go. I'm surprised. I've never seen you do that before. Yeah, usually I do like the starting soon and I set everything up, and then Garklingen says, hi, chat. What are we drawing today? All right, let me get right into it. Well, basically, I'll start by saying, for one thing, I don't know how much, like, this week was just really busy, and it's about to just get even busier with the holidays starting. And then all of the month of December, there's like I have a ton of other things going on that are like outside Beetle Moses, so like which is exciting, like exciting stuff. My buddy got me a job at this like art fair that's happening near me, like to work at a gallery, not for my own art to be displayed, but for me to just be somebody that like wears a suit and like, this art was painted by this person. They're from Argentina. This art was painted by this person, and whatever, and just like facilitate sales and all kinds of stuff like that, which is really exciting. That's gonna happen for like a week in December, and then like, you know, in that third week of December, I'm gonna be out of town at like with my girlfriend's family and all kinds of stuff like through the new year and all, and so I just know that this, like, we're leading up. I'm trying to get all of the work done that I know I needed to get done this year. Like, I'm trying to get it done right now. So, like, I had to, basically I had the, I don't want to show anybody's, thing. First of all, there was a really overdue commission. I'm sorry if you're watching this, sir. This guy sent me, he asked me, I know you guys remember maybe some of you guys don't know this, but like a while ago, just for fun, I painted on these like hats that I had. Like I had these old hats that I like never worn, and I painted Sonic the Hedgehog characters like on them, on the front of the hat. And didn't love how they came out. Like it's kind of a difficult medium to paint on, and then didn't do anything with them. Hung on to them for like a few months, and then showed them to Zach, like Yellow Swag Studios, and he was like, bro, like, that's amazing. Like, why haven't you posted that? And I was like, I don't know. I don't love how they came out. He was like, dude, if you post that and you wanted to sell them, they would sell out, like, immediately. And I was like, what? All right. And so I did. I posted them, and they did sell out, like, immediately. Like, I had 3 of them, and they were all gone in, like, 10 minutes. And I was like, damn, all right. So that was cool. But then there were some people that missed it and were asking me to make more, and I was like, it's not really my thing. Like, I don't love to do it. It's a little bit of a chore, and I don't paint as much as I used to. Painting is fun, but when it's work, it's not as much fun because it just takes a lot of like prep and cleanup, and it's expensive to get materials, and so it's a lot. Like, I'm so in the flow of Beetle Moses like comic drawing and stuff like that I haven't painted in a really long time. But this one guy, one of my followers, messaged me on Instagram and was like, dude, I will pay you extra. Like, please, I'll send you a hat if I send it to you, can you make one for me? And I was like, yeah, I'll sure, I agreed to it. But then I just got completely caught up. I had like a ton of other things going on. Like my day-to-day is kind of packed with just like random stuff and all good stuff. It's all great, but it just kind of like fell to the wayside. And also, he hadn't paid me yet, so I didn't feel that exact like, I didn't feel like, oh, I gotta get this done. If somebody pays me up front, then I feel a lot more just like, motivated to be like, okay, this person gave me their money. It's burning a hole in my pocket. I gotta like send them this. But this one, they were like, here, I'll send you the materials. And I was like, okay, it might take some time, but I'll get to it. But now I'm like, I need to get it done before the year's end. So I did. So here I painted. He sent me this Bass Pro Shops hat, and I painted a little Sonic the Hedgehog on the front there. So I gotta mail that back out to him. And then aside from that, separately, I'm not gonna show anybody's docs, but I just got like Patreon stuff. These are a bunch of stickers that were going out I still have some if you guys want. I have a bunch of these stickers. I did that, like the Joe Biden stickers that people put on gas stations. I still have a good amount of them. I think I have maybe 15 left or something like that. So those are on my website if you want one. I'm mailing them out through the end of the year. You'll get them before the holidays because it's early enough. Actually, other fun, exciting news. I also have these stickers, which I'm sending out now with print orders. So not for sale, but anytime I send out a print, when somebody places an order, I'll include a sticker in there. And so I got the Beetle that I use as my my little I'm live notification. I got on these stickers, and I got a whole stack of them, which they came out just super clean. So really excited about that. Love getting new stickers. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I'm just working through, stickers that I'm working through slowly. I also have these really base ones that are fucking huge. They're 4 inches, and they're my big self-portrait ones. So at some point I will also include these. I have a bunch of stickers that I include as the in print orders when people place orders. So, I like to have extra stuff. I like to send extra goodies in the mail. But the I did that ones, a lot of people were requesting, so I was like, okay, let me just make these available just to purchase. So those are there. So anyway, I got a whole bunch of those that I had to mail out. And it was just it's I had a sort of a come to Jesus moment a little while ago when I was kind of I've had a couple conversations about this with my artist friends, including Zach, Rory Blank, this other amazing artist Goran, Emmanuel Goran, who I was chilling with, and every once in a while I get to kind of not bitching, but just being I have all this busy work in front of me. I have to sign and pack a lot of envelopes because the Beetle Moses thing is it's a small business, I guess, but it's just me. I'm the only guy that's doing it, so I'm I have it hanging over me, and I gotta just get it done. And all those guys are so much wiser than I am that they're just yeah, but they're but that's fun. That's fun to do. You know what I mean? You can sit and just make an afternoon of it. And I'm that's true. It is fun. It is fun because you get to personalize people's mail. It's everybody who's actually placing an order I know is somebody that really cares. They really want it. Not just they want to support me, but they like the art enough to they call it cheesing because it's fun to do. So anyway, yeah, I got a lot of personalized stuff here without... Oh, actually here, I'll show you because I had to do a test one on this. I got this dope stamp, which I'm also including on a bunch of, envelopes. That's, Where is it? It's sitting around here somewhere. This one that I've been putting on all of the envelopes. So clean. Literally the type of shit I would have loved if I had as a kid. So anyway... It's fun to do all kinds of stuff, leaving notes and random crap. But it was also hanging over me. It was something that I'm okay, I have to mail out a lot of stuff, and if I don't get it out by the end of this week, the holidays start. Thursday, Friday, and then it's December, and I already know December is just going to be a hell month, or not a hell month. It's going to be great, but it's going to be hectic. So I'm let me get everything done. Anyway, that's enough ranting about that. Also, I just hit 100,000 on Twitter. Yeah! Yeah! Donna Brand says, I would have eaten that stamp, I tell you that much. Yeah, no cap, for real, dude. Rizzler moment. I definitely would have eaten that. Let me, should I let people know that I'm live on Instagram? Nah, fuck it. I already let them know on Twitter. It's fine. It's the same thing. Okay. So, Twitter, Instagram, same thing. I hit, and before Jenny Tight Pants too, I know, and then she passed me, and I just saw she just like rocketed past me. Like, I got to 100K first, but then she was like, now she's at like a fucking 102K or some crazy shit. So congratulations to her. But that beef that she was like faking was kind of funny. That she was just like, that she was like, can you believe this like big account is piling on like a little account like me? I was actually gonna like quote tweet that, and like I had like a whole written apology that I thought was really funny, like a Notes app apology that was just like stupid for calling her a chump. But I was like, it was already like 11 p.m. and it was like, or not 11, it was like 1 a.m. and I was like, you know how sometimes things are like, it's really late at night and you're like, is this funny or am I being cringe? It was one of those moments. So anyway, yeah, so I hit 100K on Twitter. Last 10K were like basically pulling teeth. I don't know why, but you know, can't complain. Very big milestone, very exciting. Here's something cringe for you. I remember when I first started posting, your boy YOLO Swag Studios introduced me to like Social Blade or something. Do you guys know what that is? I don't check Social Blade. I think anybody who does is like, dude, if you want, you're cringe. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I did early on. I was like, you know, it was back when, yeah, it's all analytics about like your social media. They grade you basically on your performance. Like, oh, you get a B because, I don't know, because of how quickly you're growing or how much you're posting, or I don't know, it's a bunch of bullshit. But he sent it to me back when I had like 15,000 on Twitter and like, I don't know, maybe like a couple K on Instagram or something. And it said on there at that time, it was like, in a year's time, if you continue at this rate, you'll have 100,000 followers. Like basically like checking my growth. And at the time I was like, what? 100K in a year? No shot, homie. No shot. But guess what? They were right, basically. Pretty much a year from that moment is about where I was at. And yeah, and now I've got 100K on Instagram and Twitter. And I know I like to act all cocky about it where I'm like, I like to thank me. But, dude, it is all, I mean, literally I could not be doing this without you guys. I couldn't have made it like a sustainable thing without all you guys in the chat, all you guys who have just supported, shared my work, bought a print, subscribe to the Patreon, all that crap. You know, everything that every artist is telling you to do. And also just some of the amazing creators that I like linked up with, you know, who have also just been like amazing help. Chris Wilson from Cyan and Happiness, House of Decline, Rory Blank, Vosh, who am I forgetting? Like a million other people, like just amazing, really cool, you know, people. Bottling Sunshine, Anna Laura Art, just like people who shared my work. Red Dot shared my work, gave me supportive, encouraging words, and yeah, and so like I just cannot believe that there's a little bit of like a community surrounding my work at this point. Feels absolutely insane. Gollypon said, I knew a girl who had an app that would show who blocked her on social media, and she basically became toxic and crazy because of it. Yeah, I already see sometimes, like I've been spending too much time on just watching YouTube the past, I want to say the past week, but it's more like the past like month, where I'm watching some stuff that's maybe like kind of brain rot, YouTube drama type beat, you know what I mean? Because it is kind of brainless and just easy to consume, and I'll just have it on in the background while I'm working. But I do have to catch myself every once in a while, and I'm like, ugh, I just don't need to know about all this crap. Like, there's just no, like, all that stuff about just, oh, somebody just placed an order. Was it one of you guys? I don't know. Maybe it was one of you guys. Thank you for placing an order. I just got the notification. All that stuff. Anybody who's too worried about their social media, like, You gotta take a chill pill. I do try to not get into drama, not engage with people who are involved in drama if I don't have to, or unless I have something really funny to say. All that stuff is cancer and should be avoided. And I think that the people who have like a really rapid rise to fame, but then like dissipate really quickly, are the ones that do that try to like ride this like clout wave because they're involved in some stupid online YouTube, Twitter beef, whatever, and they ride this crazy wave, and then nobody's talking about it anymore, and then no one's talking about them anymore, and then you're like, oh, blank, haven't heard that name in a while, you know what I mean? Because then the truth is revealed, which is that they actually don't do anything. Their content is actually uninteresting, or you know what I mean? It doesn't always happen. There's people who ride that wave forever, but for the most part, a lot of these creators kind of burn out because they're like trying to do some weird clout chasey shit, and that I really do try. Yeah, and actually, I think there might have been a period of time, even in the beginning, when we were doing cold cuts, that I was way more inclined to like swing at people or be way more like, you know, like whatever, like throw, you know, just like say mean things about people. Or creators that I didn't like. Dude, my mouse is still fucking up. It's still fucking up. What's going on with this thing? Sorry, I do not know what is going on. Why am I experiencing this? What is the story? Please, just work. Just work. Why is this happening? Okay, are we good? It's like dude, it's doing it again. It works for like 2 minutes, and now it's like hovering 2 inches away from the thing. Fuck. Does anyone know how to do this? Configure. Hang on. I think it has something to do with this. Tablet settings. Where did I see that? Tablet settings. I think it's that. Is it that? Nope. That did not fix it. Sorry. Wait, let me see. Did that dog you drew on the sub day ever become a sticker? Oh no. I have it on my computer. I have it saved, but no, I never. That would have been a really good sticker. Why isn't this working, guys? Anybody want to help me out? What is the story? Why is this happening? Never had this problem. Tools. Settings. It's under settings, isn't it? And this is like showing up weird. Cheeky restart. Maybe I do need to it. I feel like it's one of these settings. Win tab. Is it Windows Ink? Advanced. Fuck. Map to custom. No. Use information provided by tablet. Okay. Canvas only. Keyboard game. Okay, tools. I am so sorry. I know this is not interesting to watch, guys. It's not lag. It's like the cursor is like 2 centimeters above where I'm drawing. It just happens every once in a while. Open tablet tester. What is this gonna do? Okay. It's like working when it's on here, right? Okay. Okay. It's still doing it. It's a configuration issue. Son of a bitch, man. As soon as I click the draw, it stops working. Alright. Painful. Doesn't it just make you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart? Why? Why does it do that? All right. We're going on a journey together, guys. I'm going to keep it interesting. We are going to figure this out. Why? Why is my tablet cursor off? Or not off, not calibrated. Okay, let's see. Windows, tap to click. No, it's not that. Activate snap to button by going to settings, device, mouse. How do I calibrate my pen display? Why is my tablet cursor offset? Offset. Let's see. I want to teach a class. I want to teach this class. I'm ready to do it. Yeah, it's this. It's this. Canvas scroll bars. Okay. Workarounds. Disable. How do I do that? Or Windows taskbar. Disable auto hide. Guys, stay with me, please. Don't leave. I don't know what's going on, Doug. Where? How do I? Okay, home. Display. Where's the taskbar? Display. Advanced. How do I get? How do I make the taskbar? Taskbar settings. Is that it? Task view widgets. Taskbar. Pen menu. Touch keyboard. Okay. Taskbar behaviors. Okay. Let's make it. It says. Okay. Let's not auto hide the taskbar. Is that going to help? Let's find out. What's your opinion on hand traced turkeys? Ooh, is this working? Okay. Is it working or is it offset? It seems actually... You know, it's not perfect, but I actually think that might have fixed it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to boop, extend that there. That should do the trick. Okay. Let's find out. Let's find out if that did it. Hang on. One sec. File, new. Hang on a sec. Let's find out. Let's try one of these little beetles. Okay, I think we're in business. I cannot remember what we were just talking about. Anyway. Sorry, what were we talking about 2 seconds ago? Did I lose you guys? Did everybody leave? Sound off in the comments if you're still here, if you just stuck with me through all that bullshit. It's one of these things where I really don't want to hate... Donna Brandon, I left. Hello. Okay. No, I left, sorry. Okay, we're good. It's one of these things that I really do not want to shit on the... But you know what? It's not the tablet. It's not the tablet. It's Windows. I know that it's Windows. Because I just saw on the thing that it told me that it's a settings issue on Windows. It's like a weird glitch. So there you go. That freaking answers it. Alright. Hang on. I just gotta make this. Oh, but I think what I was in the middle of saying was that, yeah, I'm not really interested in engaging in, like, Twitter beef or anything like that. There was one time, as I'm sure some of you guys who have been following me for a little while, you might remember that I engaged kind of stupidly with sort of a right-wing comic artist that some of you guys might be familiar with, and over some stupid thing that was no, it wasn't him. It was this other guy who's like, he's had some bangers. He's actually a good artist, but he put out some open call that was like, this was months ago, this is such old news, but he put out some open call that was like, there is no left-wing comic creator that can go toe-to-toe with me, and no one will accept my challenge. And then he highlighted the challenge. The Joe Biden You Ain't Black guy. That comic is honestly pretty fresh. I don't know. Some of these guys are just totally, like, misguided is probably the right word. Like, I don't actually have, like, harsh feelings against any of these people. I think, like, it's gonna sound, I'm not even trying to sound like freaking Buddhist about it or whatever. That's probably not the right word, but just like, a lot of these guys are like, just they're pandering to a certain audience, and whether or not they actually believe the stuff that they're like putting out there, they just know that this is like the way that they can sell material. Like they have a certain crowd that they know that if they appeal to that crowd, they can, this is where their fans are at. And so they just keep doing it, you know what I mean? And I think there's a lot of people that don't like their audience, and that they get like they butt heads with them all the time, because anytime that they try to step outside of that, it's not like well received. And yeah, but that's just as bad as believing it, the squirrel says. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I mean, I do, but I also am like, I see it from the inside as well as a creator. There are a lot of opportunities once you have a platform. You have to work your ass off to get to have a platform anyway. And, that's like, a lot of people never want to say a nice thing about any of these guys. And, like, the bottom line is you have to admit with a lot of them that they actually are working really hard. It's just like, where are you directing that effort? You know what I mean? And then, like, once you get to that point, you can decide, like, okay, this is the stuff that got me famous, or this is the stuff that people react really strongly to, and then you just go down this rabbit hole. Like, and anyway, so all that is to say, I engaged with this one guy because it seemed like an easy W in a way. At the time, he had a lot more followers than I did, but I was kind of really, like, feeling my oats. At the time, I was just like, I just knew. I feel like I had a lot of people in my corner, and I was getting a lot of engagement on my stuff, and which is all thanks to you guys. I'm not even trying to say that to sound cocky. It's literally just because, like, I have a very engaged audience, which is amazing. I don't even know what I did to deserve that, but I can always rely on people to, like, comment and share and make, like, just, like, say something funny and sound off, and it just, like, it establishes a really great, like, community. It makes it really fun for me to continue working. I think there's a lot of, like, content creators that have this weird, like, dull like ennui, about the algorithm or what they're doing or their work or the work that they're making, and I never feel that. I always feel very like indebted to my audience because of how good you guys are to me. So anyway, so I agreed to this guy's challenge. Not that I've ever really, I think, made a comic that would set me at like as a lefty comic artist. You know what I mean? Like, my personal politics aside, I think that my comics can be enjoyed by whoever, which is kind of how I design them. I'm not really doing it with it. Although Vosh always says in his thing that there's, I don't know if he coined this or if this is like a common thing to say, but there's no such thing as apolitical art. That any art that exists, there's something behind it that's political. And there's probably something to that, but I'm really not doing anything to sort of like push my stuff in that direction. I'm just trying to make stuff that like I think people will enjoy and that I think is funny. And so anyway, so I accepted this guy's challenge, but then once I did that, the whole script flipped and I should have known, because then this guy tweeted on his thing and was like, me and my friend are gonna do this collaborative challenge and and all this stuff, and I was like, dude, what? It was so like I don't know, it just made me like it was so stressful and not worth it. And then I actually had people in my mentions that were like, yo, Beetle, you really shouldn't be palling around with guys like this and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm not. He gave me he had an open call to a challenge, and then I said, okay, yeah, I'll do the challenge, and then he fucking turned the whole thing, or like flipped the whole script on me. I was like, dude, so stupid, and so I was kind of just like, like the challenge came and went. I won, but I was like, I'm never doing this shit again. Like, I was like, I don't need this. I don't feel the need to like engage with people that I don't like, or just because I feel like it's an opportunity to dunk on somebody on Twitter, or just it's stupid. The whole thing's stupid. That's what you get for palling around with YOLO. Oh boy. No, that honestly, like, palling around with YOLO has definitely given me it's given me a little bit of brain rot, which he warned me that was gonna happen. Because brain rot in the sense that I just am aware of so much more online. He is, and he'll admit this too. If he's even he might even be watching. He is so much more online than I am. At least at the start of things, I was so chronically offline, and he was the one that knew all this stuff. You know what I mean? And now I feel now I know too much. Offline alert. Offline alert. And and there's a lot of people that I don't know if anybody has totally never been in a beef or an altercation, but there are creators that I really admire, that I like, that I think have had really good careers, not necessarily in the same field as me, but just in general. The one guy that I always kind of point to that's kind of just innocuous, but I genuinely think makes good content is, I'm going to sound like a zoomer for this one, but I actually really like Jerma. He is so funny to me. And I found him super late in the game. I know he's been doing it forever, and I had heard his name a million times, and I used to always get also in my, anytime I drew a comic that vaguely featured a white guy with hair that kind of looked like that, a little flippy hair or whatever. Just the most average looking white guy in my comic. People would always be like, "Is that Jerma?" And I would always be like, "Dude, who the fuck is Jerma? I don't know who that is." No, it's not Jerma. And then finally, I don't know what it was. I don't know if he showed up in my feed, or I think it was right around the time even that I was starting to toy with the idea of doing my own streams, and I was like, I wonder why. I know this guy's really popular. He's pretty much the only streamer that I feel well, no, there's plenty of streamers that a lot of people know, but he's up there with one of the more famous ones. So I started watching some of his streams, and I was like, it was literally that Danny DeVito. Who has that Danny DeVito I think that's a Twitch emote for subs. Gotcha. Wait, is it? Oh, what the hell? Maybe they didn't approve it. There was a Danny DeVito that... I get it. I get it. Anyway, I'll do this one instead. But yeah, no, Germ is hilarious, man. He is... Watch this one Germa clip. Oh, so that's Germa. Yeah, literally that. Super funny. And also, and just... I think about, like, he has a really natural way about him that, like, even when I'm on stream or something, I don't know if I'm as naturally funny as he is, but, like, when he's gaming, he is always being funny. Even in his, like, silent moments, he's just a funny-ass dude. And I love the idea of just a variety stream. Like, he's always doing crazy shit, and some stuff he's done that's super high budget, and sometimes he's just playing video games, you know, like, random stuff. He has the gift of gab. I don't know what you'd call it. He's just a freak. He definitely is just a freak, but he's just super funny. And, I mean, I know he's been at it for a really long time, and I think that helps too. I think the commitment to just being a streamer is what helps, or helped his cause, because he is, like, one of the biggest streamers. I think he's also just... he stays out of the, like, I don't know of any, maybe you guys who've been fans of him for longer know of something, but I don't know. He doesn't strike me as the type who would ever be in beef or, like, mean, or just, like, we should just watch Germa clips. Dude, he is hilarious. And I think, yeah, he just announced that he's retiring, or he's cutting back pretty heavily on the streams, which is, I mean, it's sad, of course, bittersweet. I want the best for him. Genuinely, without having met him, I just think he's, like, he's really become, like, one of my favorite creators in a very short amount of time, and, like, but it's sad because it's like, oh man, I just kind of found out about you, big guy. But he also has left behind, like, such an amazing catalog of, like, archived material. I'll watch his archived streams sometimes. I was just watching the Simpsons Hit and Run or whatever. Like, he'll just be playing some random game. It's fun. He's above it all. Yeah, he just doesn't... He doesn't, let's see, the reason there's no Germa drama is because they don't let him out of his pen when he's not streaming. Seriously, like, base. That's kind of how I feel, though, too, is that when I'm not drawing or I'm not streaming, I'm kind of like, let me just stay off. Because being on Twitter, it makes you want to tweet, it makes you want to reply snarky things at people, and I'm like, it's such a cheap... Like, there's even stuff that I've tweeted in the last, like, week that was me trying to do a funny, like, Twitter quip. And I'm like, ugh, dude, whatever. Just stick to the fucking... Don't quit your day job. I'm like, just stick to the comics, man. Twitter is just, like, it, like... Because you want to be like, I'm the Twitter funny guy. But I'm like, no, I really would rather it just be that I'm using Twitter so that you can see my comics, but I don't want to participate at all in the culture of Twitter. I don't want to be embroiled in beef. I don't care about Stan Twitter. No. None of that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Don't want any of it. Anyway, let's get to drawing. I actually have a really good... drawing that I want to work on with you guys. Say goodbye to the kitty. No! Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Oh, can I just make a quick side note? I fucking love Earl Grey tea. I wish Earl Grey tea would sponsor my stream. Dude, Earl Grey... It is so good. It is... Oh my god, dog. Jorge says, OMG, can I guess what we're drawing? I don't know. You've already seen it. That bergamot hit different, dude. And I just found out the tree that's growing in my backyard is a bergamot orange tree. So we're so back. You can guess what we're drawing. But I'll tell you what, if you guys want to be like Jorge, all right, the reason Jorge knows what we're drawing is because... Are we drawing Gumball saying that word? Oh my god, dude, that shit is insane. There you go, perfect example of something that I'm just like... Why do I know about this? I don't care about Dream. I don't care about the voice actor. for Gumball. I don't want to know any of this. I don't care that they hate each other. Why do I know this? Because I'm spending too much time on Twitter. I wouldn't even know who these people are. Anyway, if you guys want to know, I don't care either, but it was funny. It is funny. It's like, don't worry about it, Bloodhound. If you want to know about the drawings beforehand, well, not necessarily all the time, but in this case, somebody did know. I just did a little sub-only voice chat on the Discord. So if you are, first of all, if you're watching right now and you want to be in the Discord, you know, if you type !Discord in the chat, you will get a link that Nightbot will send you right away in the chat. Totally free to join. You can join the Beetle Moses art class Discord, and that's where everybody's going to be sending their drawings after the stream is over. You'll be able to see all of our work together. It's just a really fresh community. There's a lot of cool people in there, amazing artists in there. We have other comic artists that are really good and kind of, I would say, probably like right at the beginning of what could be a very fruitful career for them because they're very funny and talented. And it's all happening right there. And really what I would like for it to be, I mean, right now, I'm the only moderator. Actually, that's not true. We do have some other moderators, but I'm kind of the only one that's really like watching it, I think, which is I'm not really able to do. I need to bring some mods on there so we can really kind of like make sure that society is like running properly in there. But what I really would like for it to be is just a place that if you're getting started as an artist, if you're really early on, and you need a little bit of like, you know, something, like you need some feedback, you feel like you're posting on social media and it's just going into the abyss, no one's seeing it, no one's interacting with it. If you want like a community where people can look at it and critique it or help you out, or just, you know, generally just like little ideas to bounce off of or get inspo from other artists on there. We have artists that are of all different skill levels, all different points of their like artistic journey, and it's super supportive and awesome. So you can head in there. Discord at Beetle Moses Discord police state went immediately. Let's see. Oh, I see OG Demi. Wait, you said a couple things. Yo, last up with YMS and Skinamarink guy was awesome. I'm from the same part of Edmonton. Oh, dude, small world. Yeah, those two guys are. I mean, I literally cannot sing praises enough of both of them. I seriously think they're like two. I mean, geniuses. Is that like kind of a cliche? But like, I think Kyle Edward Ball, like, about to have a very lengthy, experimental, incredible career in front of him. Love what he did with Skinamarink last year. Love that he's willing to take like huge risks. And I don't know if it's partly luck that it worked out, that, you know, a big company took a chance on him. Whatever happened, I'm really happy it did, because now he's got a budget to fund more of his ideas, and I just think we need more material from him. He is just super, super cool. And just the sweetest guy also. And a Cold Cuts fan, and a member of the Cold Cuts Patreon, which is insane. Which also, if you would like to be a part of that, you can do that as well. Here's the Patreon link. We were just chatting it up in there. Who published Skinamarink? Asylum? I think it was produced by... I mean, it was, I don't know, distributed by Shudder? I don't know how that works exactly. But I don't know. I don't know if they were the production company behind it, but I think it was Shudder, though. I think they were the one. And now I think he's working with kind of a bigger company, which I can't remember, but can't remember what the name of it was, but he did tell us. But yeah, so excited. I know he's working on a script for a new movie, which is really exciting. And yeah, dude's an absolute G. And then YMS, I mean, holy shit, man. Absolutely love YMS. One of my favorite YouTubers. And honestly, I was like familiar with his work a little bit when we first had him on. And then somewhere in between, somewhere since the last time we spoke to him, and then this time, I have just been watching so many YMS videos, and I just like, I love what he does. I love review channels in general. I've also been a fan. I don't know, I know he's controversial or people don't really love him, but I really like Anthony Fantano too. I just really like listening to like people who can speak very articulately about like art. And I know that critics get shitted on a lot because it's like, in a way, people say like, critics don't create anything, that they're but it's like, I think it actually is important to have people who can like analyze art. And sure, they're opinionated, and you just certainly, like, there's tons of opinions that both of those guys, like YMS or Fantano or whatever, like, that those guys have, that I'm like, I don't agree with that. But like, what a talent to be able to like express your ideas as clearly as they do, and YMS in particular, to just be able to like make such entertaining videos out of content that is, like, he'll take a shitty movie and make like a 3-hour awesome review of it. He's amazing. And then when we had him on, like, it's like a 3-hour episode that we recorded with him, both of them, the two of them. The whole thing is available on Patreon. The first like 30 minutes are on the YouTube, and then even after we finished recording, Adam YMS stayed with. He was still chilling with us just on Discord, like on a video chat for like an hour afterwards, and I was bouncing some ideas off of him, like long pieces that I was kind of thinking about. And YOLO Swag Studios in chat, both of those guys, absolute G's. I was so happy to be able to talk to both of them. What else we got going on here? Sorry, let's see. Mr. Universe Squid, speaking of Discord, I still don't know what to make of the Cold Cuts Discord. Dude, they're lunatics in there, but they're so funny. Everybody in there, like, is super nice and funny. It's just, they're like unhinged. Like right now, today we're having an unhinged day, which like we need to have every once in a while. I think so you gotta just get the let out, but it is really funny in there. And to be fair, also Zach and me and YOLO Swag Studios are really active in that chat. I mean, I'm more active in that chat than like my group chat with my like boys from home, basically. So anyway, OG Dimmy says, not gonna lie, you guys have made me think about making comics, but I have a lack of inspiration on where to start. You should start, don't, I would say, like, don't draw things that you're not feeling, you know what I mean? But also don't get too caught up in, like, ooh, this isn't good enough, or, I need something that really inspires me to start, because then you just won't make anything, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to get the juices flowing a little bit. It's like warming up at the, when you go to the gym or something, you're going to warm up and it's not your real workout. You're not really doing anything, but you're getting those, okay, now I'm ready to squat fucking 350 pounds or whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, make something shit first. Like, unironically, you're going to have to create, like, 300 hours of shit before you make something actually worthwhile. It's just the way it is, but that's part of the process, and you should enjoy it and not shy away from that. And I don't mean for that, I mean that not to discourage you at all. In fact, I want to encourage you, because it's like, who cares if you make shit for the first 300 hours? You're only cheating yourself by not starting. You're cheating other people too, because they won't be able to see your, you know what I mean? They won't be able to see the work that you're going to put out. And if you don't, like, once you get, I know I've said this a million times on this stream, but I'll say it again, because it's always true. And I see a lot of other artists saying this now too, and I've heard it before, but it didn't click with me until I really got into the what do you call it? The comics. Ooh, Barry Punny Comics, love your work. Beetle Moses, can't wait to check out the Discord. Hell yeah. Thank you for the kind words. And welcome to the Discord. I'm glad you're in there. I heard artists say this before, but it was like in one ear out the other. And then once I started doing Beetle Moses and I sunk something like however many 100 hours, 1,000 hours, 1,500, 2,000 hours into drawing, I now am like, oh, I get it. It's like, you need to just be honest with yourself. Like, absolutely the most important thing in art is honesty. It's not actually talent. It's not the materials that you have, the money that you can spend on materials. It's not natural born talent. Part of it, I mean, it's literally what it is like the cake, the actual cake is honesty. The frosting is the time you put in, right? You want a cake and you want it to have frosting on it, but having all the talent in the world means nothing if you have no grasp of what you're making, and it doesn't. And it has to just be coming from a place of honesty. And once you hit that point, once you get to where, you know, you're like, oh, this is who I am as an artist. I used to, like, me personally, I pushed for years. I was pushing away on, like, the goofy drawings. Like, I was like, I really want to draw something cool. I want to look like one of these, like, you know, I used to follow all these dope, like, graffiti artists and what have you. Just like, oh, dude, I really want to draw something cool and, you know, like, street and like just like, you know, fucking, I want people to blah blah blah. But I just was like I felt like it was just a wild goose chase. I was trying to draw like other artists, and to be fair, during that time period, while I was drawing things that were not me, I did along the way put some, you know, I bagged some material. Like, I did like take some stuff away from it. You know, some stuff still to this day about my line work or style, not even necessarily in what I'm drawing right now, but just like is basically like through, you know, where I got here through trying to be somebody else. But finally, I don't know what happened. Part of it was just YOLO swag twisting my arm to start posting comics. And then those getting just a really good response just made me realize, like, oh, I've been shying away from this goofy, like, unsexy style for so long. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, because I was just ashamed of who I was as an artist. And who I am as an artist, I always felt like, well, that's a reflection of who I am as a person. You know what I mean? And if my art's not sexy, then I'm not sexy. But I'm not. I'm just, you know what I mean? And I'm just goofy. And the longer that I tried to push that away, that I was like, I didn't want to, you know, I don't want to be like this, I don't want to come across this way or whatever. The longer that I just fucking, you know, I was just cheating myself. So, took me forever to get there. And now when I see artists saying that same thing, where you have to just be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Oh, that green-haired chick you draw do be kind of bad, though. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever tried the painting brushes in Krita? No, I have not. I mean, I've only ever used it for, like, drawing, basically. But, yeah, it took me for fucking ever to get there. And even now, I mean, I'm not even saying that where I'm like, finally, I've discovered who I am as an artist. Like, no, I still am learning weird, wacky things about what I can do, what I need to change, what I need to work on, like all that stuff is hitting me daily. I have like different weird, you know, epiphanies. Hang on, I'm just making dumb. Nice. Bang. Bon. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the chat in a sec. What was everybody saying? Let's see. Imposter syndrome definitely hinders me from finding my true voice. You gotta ignore that shit, dude. Like, I mean, in general, like, just the voice that's telling you. There's a certain level of voice that's a guiding voice, but the voice should be guiding you to who you are. Anything that's telling you, like, no, if you do that, people are gonna think you're cringe. That one you need to ignore. There is a voice in your head that's true. And that voice is telling you, like, you know, that thing you're about to do is cringe because it's not you. Do you know what I mean? But the other voice that's like, what you're about to do is cringe because people will think you're cringe, that one you gotta get rid of. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you in some weird way, I hope it does. All right, let's get started on the actual. Holy shit! I've been streaming for an hour already. How did that start? All right, let me see here. Oh, you hear the wolf bark? I know she's angry. She's being crazy right now. It's because my GF just got home. Dog's going crazy. Okay, I'm gonna show you what we're drawing today. We're gonna draw a better version of this, but I just want to. How do I import? Import. No. Open. That's what it's going to look like. I don't know how to get that. I gotta learn how to do that. But we're gonna draw this wizard frog, which I think is gonna come out really cool. And I think it's gonna be at a good point of like skill. Like I think it'll be easy for you guys to follow along. I think the final thing is gonna come out really good. I made this one a bit big for, you know what I mean? Like the paper, but we're gonna get his like elbows in there too, but it'll cut off there, basically. I think it's gonna be fun to color. So anyway, all right. So let's get it started. Oh, you're in here now that you've been barking up a storm. Do you see her? Yeah. Hey, doggy. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy. Chat, give her a little kiss. Okay. Hang on a sec. Whoa! Okay, yeah, let me readjust here. Is that where we were at? Somewhere like that. Yeah, looks good. Nice. She got a wild hairstyle. I know. Yeah, she probably needs a little haircut sometime too. Give her waves. Oh my god, we should. That would be cool. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna draw this. We're gonna draw this frog. I don't know why I can't bring it into the other thing. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys what I usually tell you. Oh, there's a few things. Well, there's two things I'm gonna tell you. One that I'm going to start with is if you are watching this for the first time and you want to follow along, please do. Move this up a little bit. There we go. This is for any skill level. Okay, so even if you're looking at that and you're like, ain't no way I can draw that, I'm going to walk you through it. Super, super slow, super easy. Okay? No problemo. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. Hello, there it is. Okay, did not mean to make that full screen, but whatever. Here we go. That's better. Okay. There we go. So, I actually am curious. Do we have any first-time chatters? Or not first-time chat. I know we have first-time chatters, but do we have any? Whoa. Do we have any people who have never watched before? Like contribute. Oh hell yeah! Okay, procrastinate. What's happening? I've watched you game, but not draw. Okay, base, very big. So I haven't done a art class in a couple weeks because we had Bottling Sunshine on, and yeah, I've been gaming a bit, which is fun. But I want to keep the crux of the stream being these art classes because I know that not everybody does that. Not everybody has the resources for it. So I think the more, especially that I can archive, which by the way, I have a whole archive of them on my YouTube channel. So, which is also just Beetle Moses. That one is linked in my little bio on Twitch there. If you follow me there, or if you want to check out the previous ones too, all of the full streams, uncut, are on the YouTube as well. So you could actually come away with a drawing from all of those, basically. So this one is an art class similarly, and it's going to be really easy to follow along. You just need a piece of paper and a pen. If you also have a pencil, it might help you with this drawing, just in particular because there's a lot of layers. And what I mean by that is like the ball, like being able to draw the circle and then the hands and then going over with ink after will help you a little bit. But if you don't have it, if you only have a pen and a piece of paper, that's fine. You're still going to follow along just fine. All right? So these are the Beetle commandments, okay? These are the only rules that I'm going to hand you before we start this, okay? Number one, don't be too hard on yourself. So when you send this drawing to the Beetle Moses Discord after the stream is over, okay, which I'm very excited for, I don't want to see anything that's like, mine came out like shit, I don't like how this looks, you know, I suck at art, sorry guys, you have to see this, or something like whatever, stupid bullshit. Nobody really says that anyway. But everybody's drawings are fantastic also. I mean, they're all coming out really good. But that type of language just doesn't help you, all right? If you want to get some feedback for it, there's a way that you can, because when you say words, they mean things, and they bounce right back into your head, okay? So when you say I suck, or this drawing sucks, now it's just making it real. Don't say that. Okay, here's what you should be saying. You should be saying, hey, this drawing did not really come out how I wanted it to. Can anybody in the chat give me a little bit of feedback? What do you think I could do differently next time to make this one better? And you probably already will know by looking at your drawing what you need to do better next time, even if you're not happy with how it comes out. But in general, and I'm sure people will be very happy to give you feedback. I'd be happy to give you feedback, all right? But don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, number two is go at your own pace. So I'm going to be walking through this, all right, very slowly. Just going to be drawing, but line by line, I'm going to explain it. But if I draw anything, Vitalik's back in here. If I draw anything that's like, I don't explain it well, or I go too fast, or whatever, you know what I mean? Just let me know. As you can see, I'm watching the chat. Okay, and I'll go back and do the whole thing over again. And then, number three, try new things. That's how you get better. So on days off, all right, on days that you're drawing, or you just have an idea that you want to draw something for fun, I would absolutely, okay, encourage you to draw things that you've never drawn before. You'll need a reference. I use a reference all the time. I'll look something up. Also, like if I'm drawing something in a position, and if I like a person in a weird position, I have all types of crazy photos of myself on my phone making faces, doing positions. Like I use them all the time. So if you're like, oh, I want to draw, Snoop Dogg Yoda or whatever, look up a picture of Yoda, look up a picture of Snoop Dogg. Try to draw them together. And the first time that you draw it, you'll need a reference, and you probably won't be happy with it. You'll be like, this came out so-so. The second time you draw it, you'll still need a reference. But you'll be like, oh, you know what? This actually came out pretty good. And then the final time, the third time, you won't even need a reference because it'll be in your bag. All right, I guarantee it. But the first thing... Sorry, my dog was making like a weird noise. She like yawned really loud. The first thing is taking that step, drawing something that you've never drawn before. All right? Mr. Universe Squid said, by the way, the best way to find flaws in your drawing is to do the mirror trick if you're on paper. Or flip horizontal if you're on your computer. That's true. Although I will say, to be fair, there's a lot of drawings that, like, if I flip them around, I'm not as happy with how they look. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. But whatever works for you. You know what I mean? Usually when I draw something, especially if I look at old drawings, I can be like, I don't love how I did that. You know what I mean? You'll know. You'll have a gut feeling. Okay, let's get started on this. So I'm going to, also if you're drawing digital, for example, I'm going to use this like layer thing. So I'm going to, starting with the crystal ball. Okay. The hands are going to be here, but I'm going to draw them a little bit better. This is just rough sketch, just so you guys can see where everything's going to go. Okay. Don't worry about following along. Don't worry. We're going to do this very different. It's just so we can get a feel for where everything goes. I'm just kind of feeling it out. But I'm going to make this better in a second. Okay. An orb fit to ponder. The most important thing is really just getting your circle drawn first. I think that is probably going to... Just because when we're drawing the fingers that are a little bit, like, odd, you want to know... You want to have an idea of where... Kellen McSmellon said, "Dog, I'm still coming down from the Discord gas leak." Dude, I was so... What's going on in there right now? Let me check it out. Is it still going crazy in here? Guys, let me just say, if you are missing... If you are not in... If you are not in the freaking Cold Cuts Discord, I really, it's hard to explain. I really cannot. It's an indiscernible vibe. Truly. Alright, new layer. And this one, I'm bringing the opacity down. You already know. Okay, that's how I get that sort of pencil effect. And then over here, make it nice dark. Not quite black, but I'm going to do it a little brown. Zoom in a bit too. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start with the foremost objects, which are the hands. All right, so actually we're starting with probably what you would say is it's the last bastion of free speech from libertarians. Yeah, I don't know about that. Ash Winterberry, what's up? So what up, Beetle Moses? Oh, those Gardic phones were something else. Yeah, the drawings are insane. People are just outrageous. Look, guys, it's a crazy community. It cracked me up. It ain't your mother's Discord server, alright? I'll tell you that much. Okay. Here's how we're going to go. I'm going to show you. I'm going to walk you through this, alright? So I'm going to start with the back of the hand, which is just this kind of loose C shape. Are you in my mom's Discord? This ain't your grandmother's Discord, alright? I would love to actually join a Discord that's like senior citizens over the, you know, like Mahjong. Like, is there a Mahjong Discord? Fans of Mahjong? That's called Facebook. It's so real. I really don't think there's anybody on fucking Discord that's like over the age of 40. It is a very, which is odd because it seems it's actually kind of like the best sort of like group chat app that I've ever found, but anyway. Alright, so once you have this little C, remember they're frog fingers. Look at the one that I drew in the original here. Really lumpy, weird, you know what I mean? Does not have to be exact. Don't focus on straight lines. In fact, I think the more sort of lumpy you can get, the more you can let your pen just like flow, the happier you're going to be with how it looks. So this first one I'm going to draw kind of like that, and then bulbous at the end, you know, because it's got that toad-like finger. I'm going to curve it back around. Jerma uses Discord probably, and he's elderly. How old is that guy? What are they, like, maybe late 30s? Okay. And then, again, we're curving back up. Give it a slight straight angle, and then rounded tip. Bring it back. Try late 60s. They could have murdered every other chat platform. Yeah, easily. I mean, I kind of feel like it's getting to that point now. You know, people are using it for, like, actual work, which is insane. But I have heard of that. Where people have, like, a Discord chat for their, like, office. But it's, like, for, like, can anybody cover this person's shift? It's, like, on Discord? Like, imagine accidentally using, like, one of your Cold Cuts Discord emojis on, like, your job Discord server. The YOLO swag, like, Auga eyes accidentally. Or the Reddit alert. Alright, up here now. I'm going to start actually from the top of this one. The top of the C. And make another little harsh angle with a bulbous end. How do we do on this hand, guys? Slack is just Discord for business. Yeah, that sounds about right. I would need a 100% separate account. I'd need a new device just so I don't accidentally cross connect. Luckily, I'm not really in anything like crazy. I'm only in 2 Discord. Actually, that's a lie. I'm in more Discords than that, but I'm only active really in like 2 of them. And they're just the Beetle Moses related. They're either the Cold Cuts one or Beetle Moses art class. But I'm also actually in. Oh, this is something else I wanted to talk about. I might as well put my feelers out to the chat because I don't know. Maybe one of you guys will know something about this. But I have a New Year's resolution. You guys want to hear what it is? Mine's fingers just look like penises. Honestly, yeah, that means you did it right. All right, let's do another one over here. This one I'm going to do another C, but just to keep things interesting, I'm going to angle the C like at a slightly different angle. Curve it back a little bit. Just so the hand has like a different effect. And we're just mirroring the style that we achieved on this one. Although the fingers, I think, should do cool, wacky shapes. Okay, a little too thick. Okay. Now, we're going to draw the orb. So once you finish those, all right, no rush, but the circle underneath is just going to go, whoops, just going to go around. Like that. Okay. View, where's view? Zoom, let's see, fit to view, there we go. Perfect. Are we ready for the next bit? What do you think, guys? Ready? Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see how I drew like sort of an oval or a U, just a long U shape over here. I actually decided while we were sitting here that I want the sleeves of this wizard's robe to kind of come in front. Just add an extra layer. It's going to flow in front of the crystal ball, this like base area of the crystal ball. So when you're drawing these wizard sleeves, and you can kind of like mirror them on either side. Have them kind of peek in that way. And by the way, I've said this on previous ones, and I know a lot of you guys already know this, but if you want to personalize this drawing in any way, make it your own, like if you feel comfortable trying something different, making them in a different position, doing it in a different style altogether, and you're kind of just like want to chill and vibe with me while I draw mine, you should absolutely, I would encourage it. If you feel like you need the guidance, like step by step, I'm happy to assist, but I want you guys who are more comfortable with your art skills to get creative with it, you know what I mean? Do your thing. And I'm going to do this other bit of the sleeve, the interior here. I'm going to put a little fly on the ball. That's cool. Love that. All right. So from this inner palm area, the space between the hole of the sleeve and the ball, isn't it funny how a few lines just becomes like a thing like that? I'm going to make a curve that is mirroring the activity of the hole. We'll probably bring it up to like there. And same thing on this side. Going in. This is the great part about drawing baggy clothing, right? Is that you can actually just get totally... Anytime you add a fold like this, these kind of Y shapes, you're like cheating the system. Because we don't have to actually see what the anatomy is of this creature behind it, right? The actual like arms of the frog or something like this. But you add so much more character and just interesting line work by making big baggy clothes, and it also kind of takes off the pressure from you having to draw something that looks like real, like realistic. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to continue with this sleeve, just like the upper part, which is going to go there. More Ys that are just kind of branching, like looks like a tree branch almost on either side. And then from this top finger here, I'm actually just going to make a very slight sort of U shape. Over here as well. Not a U, actually like a line, but there's a little bit of a curve to it. What is he guessing? Just came up with a goated crystal ball holder design. Love that. I'm going to keep mine simple, but I love that you're coming up with stuff, all right? Just for the sake of chat, I'm going to keep it easy. Which, as you can already see what the shape of it's going to be. I'm going to draw these two straight lines that are splayed slightly out and a little curve at the bottom to connect it. Just like that. Is it a lily pad? That's clever. Very, very clever. I'm going to make my holder a smaller frog. That's extremely based. Love that. Oh, this is what I was going to say. New Year's resolution. Didn't even finish my thought. I want to attend 3 or 4 cons this year. A Comic Con, a Zine Fest, Anime Con, Fur Con, 4 of them. I don't care. I don't care where. I don't care how large they are. Honestly, preferably I would even on the smaller side. And because I've never done one. And now I've heard from quite a few artists, people who I admire very greatly, that it's awesome and that it's a great way to meet other artists and people and fans, and also like sell merchandise too. When we were talking to you guys who were on here when I was talking to Bottling Sunshine, who was amazing, by the way. If you guys weren't here for that one, if you want to watch that archived episode of the Bottling Sunshine stream, dude, they were so fresh, so cool, amazing artist. Really insightful, just like talks very like candidly, honestly about like art and as like a career path, and also because they're a full-time artist. Really valuable advice there. I just thought they were really cool. Definitely gonna have them back on. And then and they made it sound like their like livelihood comes from going to conventions. So I gotta get in there. I don't know what my in is gonna be, but I gotta get in. Okay, next. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna draw the head of the frog here, and I'm actually gonna draw it a little bit more smushed than I made it up on my pencil sketch. I'm gonna get a little bit shorter. And the reason I just did the head, which you guys can basically see how we just did. I just sneezed on my drawing. Dude, seasoning. Remember how I was talking about honesty in art? Doesn't get more honest than that. I'm going to make this U shape, which is connecting to the back of the neck. Could look like a hood or just a collar, I guess. But just shows that there's some dimension back there. And then I'm going to draw the elbows. And another fold back there, why not? Blood, sweat, tears, and also snot. It's real. That's real. Alright, I'm now going to draw the wizard hat. Part of the reason that I smushed him down his head a little bit is because I wanted to make a little bit more room for this wizard hat. So here's how I did it. I made this bean shape, where you can start with this C coming out of the side of the head. Keeping it pretty I'm going to keep it pretty close to the top of the eye. And then curving, like I made a little angle and a curve up there, like that. Then, from this part of the hat, okay, I'm going to make this little trapezoid. So, trap, slight curve, a zoid, just like that. From this part of the trap, right now it just looks like he's wearing a fedora, but from this part of the trapezoid, you're going to make a Y, a Y, halfway up the side of the trapezoid, make a little line sticking out. Okay, and then we're gonna make S's and lightning bolts all the way lumpy. Weird look, I'm making little divots all the way around to the other side. And let me get rid of that pencil so we can see better. Hey yo, just got back from work. Am I late? Well, you're a little late, but it's okay. Nothing a little catch-up can't fix. Now, I'm going to make these big, mysterious eyes, okay? So they're not quite circles, but I'm going to make these kind of oblong, oval circles, sort of, egg shapes. And here's the trick. Because you want to make them look mystical. Circle. Circle. Hot dog underneath the circle. And over here as well. And then I'm going to color it in. See that? And the final thing I'm going to do is make this really long football shape. All the way from one side to the other. Final thing I would like to do is probably just add a little bit of cross hatching. Not really cross hatch. I don't know what you would call that. Just some shading. Give it a little bit of character. Although the color is going to do a lot of that for us. Darn, I'm probably gonna watch the VOD. Yeah, I'll have this one uploaded really quick. Alright, I'm gonna make a layer underneath. And I'm gonna start coloring. Let's see. I kind of want like a. Yeah. Nice. It's okay if I'm going slightly outside the lines here. I know that Krita and Procreate and all these are actually like really good painting apps, but I almost never use them for that. I really use them for like the most remedial possible thing. But this app Krita, which was somebody in chat, somebody in one of these streams was the one that recommended it to me. Totally free, open source, pay what you wish to download. And it works great. I mean, it works exactly like I had CSP before, which is also a very good app and robust, but it's very expensive. I didn't pay for it the first time, and then this time around I still didn't want to pay for it, but I could not manage to get it on this computer. So I did Krita, and it's actually working very well. It's been a good app to me, and I know that there's more I could be doing with it than what I'm actually using it for. It's pretty solid. And then somebody mentioned that kind of want to draw Miss Piggy doing the eye cow face inside the ball. Can't do animations with Krita or Magma though. Yeah, that's true. I mean, although to be fair, I've never done an animation using. Actually, I've done animations using Procreate, but I never used Clip Studio for it. Or Magma, for that matter. Or you said Magma, you can't use it for it. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. Whoops. That one I'm really going to try to stay inside the lines for. Here we go. I do Annie's with Fire Alpaca. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Krita does do animation. Oh, okay. Oh, look, yes, it says. It does. I do. It does not. Did you try it or you didn't try it? Put my little frog orb holder in a robe. He is a wizard's apprentice. Okay, that's cool. Bit odd. Okay, that doesn't really work. Nice. What color do I want his robe? Make it like a bluish purple. Nice. What do you guys think? Hit me with some questions. Hit me with some hard-hitting questions. I'll tell you what I got going on. It's possible that this might be the last class that I do. I don't want to say the last class that I do this year, but I'm going to try to have a couple more guests on the next couple streams. And then there's just going to be a period of time with like the holiday season that's going to be hard for me to stream at all. So there is a possibility this is the last time I do a class setting. Let's see. I have a question. What's 9 plus 10, 19? Would you hate me if mine was a toad? No, I'd love you even more for it because it's unique and different. Okay. Bing bong 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 bang 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 bong bang bang bong. Brown toad with lumps? Oh yeah, that's cool actually. That sounds That sounds even better than what I'm drawing, honestly. The lumps? That sounds lit. How's the audio level on the music? You guys can hear it, right? I didn't even ask. Or maybe I did ask and then I didn't even check to see. Doing an Annie on Fire Alpaca right now. You can hear the drums. Too quiet. Okay, maybe I'll turn it up just a little bit. I don't want it to be drowning out what I'm saying, but he looks very wise. He does look wise. The music is very quiet. It's still quiet? I mean, I want it to be quiet. I don't want it to be like drowning out what I'm trying to say, but I do want you guys to be able to hear it. I can turn it up a little bit more if you want. It's good now? Okay, not anymore. Nice. Are you jamming? Hell yeah. Get a slightly different color for the hat. Love it. Love it. Oh my god, I've been playing the hell out of that game Lethal Company. It's so fun. Who's my next guest? Well, I'm trying to get, there's a couple people. I would like to get, I have to start putting feelers out, but these are my dream guests that I would like to line up for the next couple weeks if possible. But I know it's just going to be difficult with the holidays coming up. I was trying to line up Alex Crocus, raccoon guy. He's really funny. I haven't talked to him since I haven't spoken to him since we've been on, he was on an episode of Cold Cuts, but I thought he was really funny and just a good, a Germa? I would love to be in touch with Germa. I mean, I don't know, like, some of these guys, I don't know how do you get in contact with them? I don't know. Is it possible Germa has seen some of my work? Perhaps. I've had some pretty big viral hits. I think it's a pretty safe bet that he's seen at least one or two of my drawings. But he doesn't follow me, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I've never spoken to him, but I have bumped shoulders, I will say, you know, with some pretty incredible creators this year. So will I never meet, you know, never get the chance to talk to Germa? Hard to say. He's awesome, though. I love that guy. But anyway, only because you put your handle in a place that it can't be cropped at. Yeah, that's why I do that shit. Because I know these freaking Redditors love to repost my work. I'm just kidding. If you guys are on Reddit and you repost my work, I actually appreciate that because I don't post there. But no, I was trying to get Alex Crocus, and he said he would love to come on, but that he's just has Thanksgiving, like he's gonna be out of town for the week. So I was like, okay, no worries. Why don't we just? I think actually I might be able to get him for next week. At least that's the last when we spoke. But also, I mean, I haven't had, and would love to have House of Decline. Haven't hit him up though. I have to ask him if he would come on, which I think he would. Haven't spoken to him in some time. I know he's been doing his own thing. He's hard at work with a long comic he's been working on, and I know he does a lot of stuff for his Patreon. But we've talked to him so much on the podcast. But I'd love to bring him on here and really have it like as an art focus, not just, you know, in general. I think we do a good job talking about being an artist in the digital space on Cold Cuts. But I do like this being a way to sort of highlight the process. You know what I mean? Like really get into like the artist's brain about, you know, how to, what is this? Maybe Miles John. He's a great artist and follows you on Twitter. Oh yeah, Miles John is fresh. Also, I feel like never, maybe we've exchanged DMs like one time. He is very funny and he is a good artist. There's a lot of artists actually that I follow and I've only talked to like a little bit, if at all, really. Like maybe exchanged a couple like messages with that I'd like to like strengthen my relationship with. Some people are a bit more reclusive than others, you know, so I don't want to push any boundaries, but absolutely. You know, I was thinking, I had mentioned this girl before, and it's a shame because I think she's actually made a concerted effort to not be on the internet anymore, which sucks because I actually really like her work and would even cite her maybe as like an inspiration. Is Ali Brosh, who did Hyperbole and a Half. You guys would probably recognize if you saw the material there. Totally randomly came across a book of her art, her webcomic. Just like early webcomic. I would say same graduating class as somebody like Cyanide and Happiness, Sarah Scribbles, who I actually really like as well, but never engaged with or talked to before. Some of the, you know, like these webcomic artists that have like been around for a while. But Ali Brosh, Hyperbole and a Half, I think is like a retired, so to speak. Doesn't make new art. Doesn't participate in any online spaces. You know, I don't really blame her. Sometimes I kind of wish I could do that too, to a certain degree. But it's a shame because I do really like her work. Somebody I really would like to talk to. And I was just really, really lucky to speak to Chris Wilson, who hopped on a call with me from Cyanide and Happiness. What a cool fucking guy, man. I mean, I love all those Cyanide guys, but gotta say, I hate to play favorites, but Chris Wilson, first to follow me on Twitter, first of the Cyanide guys. I'm now mutuals with all of them, and I love them all. But Chris will always hold a special place in my heart because he was the first. Absolute legends. I freaking love that guy. Yeah, maybe you reach out to Twitch streamers that follow you. That'd be cool. Let's see. Would you consider having a non-artist on and goofing off with a shared drawing? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the other thing that I've talked about already, I've brought it up to him, but I don't know, you know, when I would have time to bring him on here. Is I would really like to bring Vosh on here as well, because I know that he's actually a good artist, even though he's not known for it. You know. That would be fun. I love the mantra of just like anyone can cook. You know what I mean? Anyone can draw. And actually, it's a lot of the times the funniest drawings. Whoa! The Lead Hound gifting 5 tier 1 subs, dude. Thank you so much. That is so pog. The Lead Hound gifted to Pot Garicius, Coin Plant, who is a Cold Cuts member, Lenro, Brother Christoph, and Grunkle Chubbs also Cold Cuts. Thank you, Leadhound. Love you. Oh, no problem, man. Love you and love my frog. Baby, I love you. I can't wait to see your frog. I'm having fun just kind of like coloring mine. Like, I'm enjoying this part of it a bit. And this was also something that I had to kind of like figure out over time because I used to not like the idea of having to color my work in. I just wanted to keep it black and white, basically. And now it's actually one of the more soothing parts, I think, of working on a drawing. Came out pretty cool, right? I actually like what's going on here. Very, very fresh. Whoops. But yeah, no, I definitely would like to have some non-artists on here. No question. I definitely need to, you know what, this actually needs to kind There's a lot that I still want to do with this like stream in general that I'm just still kind of scratching the surface of, and I think just getting the new computer was like a huge step in figuring that out, basically. Like what the next step is in this. It's allowed me to do much more variety, and it allows me to actually have guests on now, which is pretty dope. But yeah, now I definitely want to start. I think having guests is like the next, like that's the next thing, and a real camera. I know, can you believe it? I'm actually in HD. Having guests is like the next thing. It was awesome to have YOLO Swag on, and awesome to have Bottling Sunshine on, and I think the more guests that I have on here is just going to be like more, just more exciting. Just realized I've been on the wrong layer for a while. Dude, if I had a freaking nickel, absolutely amazing. Ripped on. My Toad's crystal ball is showing him some cake. Amazing. Alright, family. I have to pee so bad right now. I can't believe we've been going for 2 hours. How insane is that? Any wrap-up questions? Let me think. I'll start. If you guys have any questions for me, I'll answer them before I run out of here and use the restroom. But what can I tell you? Alright, this VOD, if you hopped in late, it's no problem at all. I've been recording this whole time, so the VOD is going to be available on my YouTube channel, which you may already be subscribed to, but if you're not, it's just at Beetle Moses on YouTube, and the link is in my bio here. What else can I tell you? As you may have seen in the beginning of the stream, I still have about like 15 of the Gnorge I Did That stickers to stick on your local gas station. They're available on my shop. Just packed up a whole stack of them, and I'm mailing out everything I need to this week. So if you want to grab one, you absolutely can. They're gonna be gone soon, but I still have some special right here for you. What else can I tell you? Perfect for a stocking stuffer. You know what I mean? I've also got a whole bunch of prints. Look at this binder, baby. Look at this. This is all prints. Can you believe that? They're all in my shop. Some of them, I will tell you, some of them are not available in my shop, and you only get them. They're like secret unlockables if you spend a certain amount. Like if you buy a few prints, I'll throw an extra print in there that is not available to anyone else. That's a secret code. Not everybody knows that. But people who have gotten prints from me, some of them know that. They're there. And you get all these cool stickers. Look at these. These are the ones that I just got in the mail that are going out with the prints. I gotta plug all my merch because I wouldn't plug my merch if I didn't think it was really cool. But look, you get these fresh stickers also for free when you get a print with me. Until I run out, I have about 50 of them ish. But they're the little logo that I do when I log on here. Love how those came out. What else can I tell you? Yep, the Discord. All right, if you guys have been watching, if you type, actually, Mr. Universe Squid looks like they already did it. But if you want to share your drawing with everybody else who's been watching right now, you absolutely can. You can go to that Discord link, which Nightbot just gave. If you don't see it there, you can just type !Discord. Totally free to join. Jump in, see what everybody's doing in there, and if you're a subscriber. If you're a subscriber to the Twitch channel, and all you have to do is link your Twitch to your Discord, which takes like 2 seconds. There's a sub-only voice chat in there, and just today I was chilling with like 5 of the bros that are subs that are in there. So if you want to be in like a little voice chat and chill with me there, you absolutely can. Separately, obviously, if you want to be part of just a very wacky, fresh, fun community, we do game night a lot. We've been playing Fall Guys recently. I don't know, we're just on a Fall Guys kick. But we have a Minecraft server, all kinds of cool, fun stuff, and just a really funny Discord server in general. Plus a bunch of mailing benefits. You also get early access to Beetle Moses comics and art, early access to Yellow Swag Studios comics and art, all kinds of crazy, wacky goodness, and just basically a group chat with like a bunch of funny people that have like similar interests as you. You can join the Patreon, which is right there, patreon.com/coldcuts. It helps me out big time. It helps Yellow Swag Studios out big time because between the two of us, you get a ton of crap. And it's all stuff that not crap, like literal crap, but like a ton of material. Bonus art. I'm telling you, there ain't another Patreon on the planet that you get as much bang for your buck. And it just starts at $5. So if you want to join in there, jump in, be a part of that community. We'd love to have you over there. It's really fun. I've been on the Patreon. The only people I ever supported that is So Based. I mean, you should support other artists too, but I really do love our Patreon community. They're just so funny and cool. So please hop over there. Also, last thing, if you've been watching this whole time and you don't follow me on Twitch, hit that motherfucking follow button, because then you'll just get a notification the next time I go live, and you don't have to by chance see the advertisement that I posted on my Twitter that I'm like, hey, I'm live, you know what I mean? Oh my god, Yowlitz! You a freak, my dog. Yowlitz is gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community to Danny JOD, Ofani Chan, Clever Curl, Pistoria, who's also in the Discord, and Amelia Squilia. Yo, dude, you're a super freak, baby. And I will have you know, I just packed your exec stuff with some extra goodies for you because you've been such a good supporter to me through this stream. I had to throw some extra stuff your way because, you know, you're my dog. I mean, that's what it is. I can't, you know, it ain't even playing favorites. It's just, you're just based. Like, you're just super based. Super based. That's what Nicki Minaj was writing about in that song. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Seriously, love you guys. Any closing remarks? Anybody want to say anything in the chat before I run and I pee my pants? Let me think. I think that's all I got for you guys. Really can't wait to see these the frogs in the chat. I know they're gonna be really funny. Take off your shirt. Oh my god, you know what, honestly, I'm not going to, but I just started doing this like ab workout, like on a YouTube thing. It's like a 20-minute ab workout, because I'm trying to just get in shape before the holidays, because I know that the holidays I'm just going to be eating and being crazy or whatever. TOS. Being super based or being a super freak? Being a super freak is always, super based is important, but there's a lot of super based people, but super freaks, there's not as many of. That's like you're a rare rose. Now, I'm not going to show you. Not yet, but this one guy that I follow, I'm not even going to shout him out because he's, first of all, he's a douchebag. And he's steered me wrong before. I've used his YouTube channels before, and he's like, anybody can do this at any level. And I fucking injured myself. I swear to God, that's exactly what happened. Anyway, all that was like 5 years ago, you know, water under the bridge. I need to get my abs tight again. And he showed up in my feed, and I'm like, or not in my feed, but I searched up like intense ab workout YouTube, and it was like one of the first ones that showed up, and I'm like, you sick son of a bitch. All right, I'm gonna do it, but if I injure myself, you're hearing from my lawyer. The first time I was like, oh, it must be my fault, but if it happens again, yo, next stream with Harry Guy Hooters belly shirt. Hairy Jewish Guy Hooters, yeah, hairy Jewish Guy Hooters shirt. I should have made those into an actual shirt. It's not too late, I guess. Crop top. All right, family. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. All right, I will see you guys later. I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you in the Discord. Bye-bye.